exploring the multiverse of pop culture.
This is Podcasserole.
An Adam and JP show.
I'm going to say bed knobs and broomsticks.
Oh, yeah.
5 times better than old sucky Mary Poppins.
I agree. Every time
If we're talking animation mixed with live action stuff, I mean, it's bed knobs and broomsticks all the way.
But you got to take into consideration that Dick Van Dyke is in Mary Poppins.
Yeah. But Angela Lansbury trumps all. Right?
And bed knobs and broomsticks?
Yeah.
Broomsticks.
Don't you like bed knobs and broomsticks, right?
Oh, yeah. That was one of the only VHS tapes that we had at my grandmother's house.
Yeah.
We would watch it over and over again.
She only had that and Twister, and that was it.
I wish you'd said. It was the only VHS tape we could afford.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. But no, bed knobs and broomsticks needs the classic 60-year sequel they're doing now. It's time for it.
Brooklyn's here.
hi.
Oh, okay, let's start here. Brooke or Brooklyn? What do you like
Whatever.
these days?
Either whatever comes out first.
IRL, she's Brooke.
Yeah, I've never said Brooklyn in real life.
Her podcast character is Brooklyn.
Yeah, we doing an IRL stream right now? What are we doing?
IRL.
It's your call. It's your show.
I don't know. I like Brooklyn.
Yeah, but
I
now
do
that you've pulled the curtain back, it's ruined.
You
ruined
can't go
it.
back.
You ruined it.
You can. Well, in real life, people call me Patrick, not
You
JP.
never see Triple H hitting promos like, "My name is Paul Levesque." But just call
He
me
would
what
be
you want.
respected a lot more.
That's true. Yeah.
Actually, people at work call you Brooklyn. People
Really?
at my work call me JP.
Mm-hmm. Actually, to sign into my account on our computer at work, it's Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you guys presented it as so. It's not a natural progression. If I'm like, hey, if I introduce myself to a new group of people, I'm like, my name is Charles. I'm like, well, hello, Charles. I'm like, thank you. That's how it works.
That's my friend.
I'm sure when you went there, your new job, you're like, my name is JP.
Well, they said, what do you want to be called?
Hey, yeah.
Do you
It's
want
like
to
a
be
new
called-
school.
Do you want to be called Joseph? I was
Yeah.
like, oh, no. I said my air name is J. Patrick,
Yeah.
but you can shorten it to JP. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we went with.
Yeah.
Oh, there you have it.
Joseph sounds so formal.
But that's official.
Only bill collectors call me Joseph. And doctors and teachers.
Yeah.
Brooklyn is here.
Ooh, I like that too. It's an anchor name.
It is.
I've been looking forward to tonight
Yeah.
because it occurred to me that in all that we've done with Brooklyn, she has never formally just done the show with me and you.
I think you're right.
It's never happened.
Yeah.
Now, there was one time when you were sick,
Right.
way back,
Mm-hmm.
and I still have the episode. We could post it as a bonus episode.
No,
if
I
you
don't
want.
think we need to.
I think
It'll
it should
fine.
be.
No, it'll
That
be okay.
was-
Brooke's going to be on for 2 weeks,
Yeah.
so like one of those, like that Tuesday in between the two, we could release the episode.
We could.
where it's just me and Brooklyn.
That's the Patreon exclusive this year.
She's this year. You subscribe to Patreon. You've been looking forward to that bonus content.
Yeah.
You know it's coming.
And there was a first one back at the old studio.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I thought, okay.
Yeah.
Later on, there was when I was sick, and like that was 2013-ish. I think she came on as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I don't remember that.
I called in for a little bit on the phone. I had like a Skype conversation. I was sick that day. Remember that?
And then we just chatted?
Yeah, and I went to her. Yeah.
Well, I think that's the one I'm thinking of. I think
that
it's
was-
just been the one.
So that was 2013 because that's the week that South Park: The Stick of Truth came out. Remember, I stayed home and beat that one day. I was
right.
dying of the flu on the couch and beat that game.
Right.
That's how I remember that. So 2013, that was 5 years ago. But I feel like in 2011ish, she came. Yeah, I know she did. I remember seeing pictures when we actually did social media stuff of her on the floor with a mic. I remember that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
On the
that.
That's the
old
episode
place.
I'm talking about.
That was
That's the only
2011.
one
Yeah.
I know of.
And she sounds 12.
Well, 7 years ago. That's close.
That's cool. Yeah. It's
Before life took its toll.
The harsh
been a
realities
roller
of
coaster, let me tell you.
A young, fresh-faced Brooke makes her first appearance on an Adam and JP show.
that's funny.
Yeah, I think this is very cool because, it's two of my best friends in the world
Boom,
hanging out
yeah,
here.
There we go.
It's the holidays. I can get a little sentimental.
Yeah. There we
So
go.
I was looking forward to this.
This is fun.
So welcome,
It's
Brooke.
great.
Nice fire
Thanks.
crackle in the background. Yeah.
Well, that's the show.
Yep, that's it.
Brooklyn. I like that.
Oh, Brooklyn.
Let's do this holiday special, shall we? I mean, I feel like we talked about Halloween for a long time.
Yeah.
And we grazed like a nice turkey glaze over Thanksgiving. Didn't even speak of it.
Right.
but it's time to get some Christmas stuff going.
You wanna
I
get your
know
Christmas on?
I know. I'm sitting across the table from two Scrooges here,
Well, let's go around.
so I'm going to
and-
bring some cheer into this damn room.
Let's go around and describe our feelings for the holiday
yeah,
season.
okay.
Adam, you can go, Mr. Sunshine.
Anyone that knows me knows I love, with a passion, I love Halloween. It's my number one holiday of the year, but Christmas is a close second. If I would 100% put myself into Halloween, Christmas gets a 96. It's fine, but I think.
96?
A 90, I mean, yeah. It's definitely not my favorite, but a close second. It's just fun. It's joyous, and the music and the lights and the presents that you give and receive are both great to me. Because when we get older, we're supposed to say, like, it's all about giving, which it's fun, but we like getting stuff.
You like them,
Oh,
you like them presents.
Yeah. I love Christmas movies, as we'll speak of. Right now, Christmas music is nonstop around me. Anywhere you go, I just love it.
How much do you love Christmas movies?
A lot.
Do you watch the Hallmark Christmas movies?
I can, and I will. We went to the local place here. What's wrong with that? I don't prefer it, but I will. If it's Christmassy, I'll do it. Christmas Prince, Christmas Calendar, A Christmas Wish,
Christmas with the Cranks.
Christmas Makeout Volume 2. That's a different one.
Wow.
There's a local place here called McKay you guys know of. It's in the
I think it's a national chain.
Is it? Is it
There's
national?
McKay's national chain.
I don't know. Why are you asking me?
I'm not sure.
You seem smart.
We went a few days ago and got some old goodies. So a lot of old Christmas classics I'd never seen before. So I have a stack of movies that I've never seen ready to go. Some Christmas classics.
So what are the ones you've not seen?
He always is. I guess is a semi-hot take, but I've never seen Die Hard. I've never really seen Die Hard ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I bought Die Hard.
Neither is Brooke.
Yeah, everyone says that's a Christmas movie, but I've never seen it. The Polar Express movie with Tom Hanks. Never saw
Oh,
that.
that's a creepy
Isn't that
movie.
good? Isn't
That's
that good?
creepy.
It's not
No.
good. Really,
It's not good.
No.
You wasted your money on that
Well,
one.
I own
Yeah.
it.
At least you got Die Hard, though.
You got Die
Have you
Hard.
watched Die Hard yet?
No, so it's a stack at home. Yeah, a few things like that. Just some air quote classics that people know and love, and you hear like, oh, it's great. And I never saw that.
Now, when you watch Die Hard, remember it was a movie in 1988.
Hey, I mean, my favorite movie of all time is like 82-ish or 1980, so I'm good.
Most movies from the 80s, you have to remember that it's from the 80s.
Right. Yeah.
'Cause
Like most of the Rocky movies that everyone loves.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Let's put a pin in that. We'll get to that in a second.
yeah,
What's your
yeah.
feelings on the holiday season, Brooke?
It's wonderful.
Is it Brooke? Is it the most wonderful time of the year?
Before you guys go into it, can I ask why you don't like it so much?
Yeah, that's
Honestly.
what I would-
Like real story, real talk here.
I don't know. It maybe because from before Thanksgiving, Christmas music starts playing all around me, and it's forced. I don't like it.
Okay.
I mean, a
Ooh.
little bit.
Yeah.
Virus
little bit
update.
is fun.
Nice. Yeah. You didn't hear that, Brooke. We got a thing in our heads there.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. I think that's what it is. It's just so forced, and there are people around me who are so gung ho about it, and it's over the top. And I'm like, I cannot deal with you being this excited
Yeah.
about Christmas. I'm sure people are like that about me
That's
with
what I'm saying.
Halloween.
Exactly. In August, I start talking about that stuff. So
Yeah.
we have to be fair.
No, I don't. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I totally
JP,
agree with everything
is that-
Brooke said.
yeah.
Yeah, Scrooge McDuck.
Just
what do you
because,
say?
yeah.
Well, how am I the Scrooge? Dude, you know,
Man, bro,
you know,
broski,
look, bro.
your imaginary hat just like turned backwards all of a sudden.
I know.
You said that.
I think it gives us a false sense of hope.
What? Wow. No, it's just fun, guys. It's fun.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I think it's good. I love the kids love Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's not as magical as it was when we were younger.
true.
It's not, what I remember from when I was younger. And I hate that it's lost that sparkle.
That
I
loving
hate
feeling?
that. Yeah. I don't know. I hate that though.
And that's what's odd. Once again, I'm saying this as a Halloween fan, number one. But in the general consensus, Christmas is a holiday for all ages and for family, but Halloween is for the kids. But we as adults love the Halloween more, and the adulty family Christmas thing we learn to not love. It's weird, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Well,
odd.
because you have to be with other adults and family.
So, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Let me pull back the Scrooge a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy the family time, and I enjoy the time off from work.
You're right. There may be family listening. I love family time.
And
Yeah, family's wonderful.
I'm in the room with some.
It's great.
I love hanging out with my family.
Yeah.
You better.
I guess part of my problem, it's not Christmas per se, is just I don't like the winter. I don't like the winter. I don't like it being dark early.
Oh, man.
I don't like the cold.
Yeah.
I don't like. There's not a lot of sun.
Waking up and it's dark, and then
Driving home
driving
and it's dark.
home and it's dark. Like you don't get to be out in any type of sunlight.
I'm the exact. You know, I hate the sun and I hate heat. So cold and dark is my jam.
So you
I'm
love
like
Christmas.
That's yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
to me,
I'm
it's-
like Smeagol. Like it's more of the Gollum phase, but you know, I just like that. Yes, dark and slimy and cold. That's me.
Yeah. So I think for me, it's more of I just don't like winter.
Really?
Yeah.
That's my. I mean, fall. It's kind of cool to say fall is fun, and it is, I guess, in the perfect world. But we live in Tennessee, and Tennessee falls are freaking 85 degrees. So let's cool it with the hoodie and campfire memes for a bit, shall we? Because that is, we're almost December and it's still like 60 degrees outside.
Yeah.
So whatever.
I think it's fun when it snows.
Yeah.
When it does snow for the couple of days
Yeah.
that it sticks around.
Right. Yeah.
I enjoy that.
I don't like the snow at all.
So yeah, like my wife lives in, or her family's from Wisconsin. We go there in a few weeks every year. We try to go around Christmas time, and I love that frozen tundra, man. It's different up there. It's fun.
For just a little while.
Yeah.
And then it can go
It's
away.
like the roads there. They have actual infrastructure and things built for it. So they bulldoze and sweep the roads. I mean, every road on the side of it, we're talking like 6 to 10 foot high mounds of snow. It's just been piled and piled. It's so cool.
My niece moved to Colorado,
Yeah.
just outside of Denver, I think. And I was like, how are you going to drive on snow 6 months out of the year? She goes, you don't understand.
Yeah,
It's different.
Yeah,
Right.
it's different. It's a different type of snow. The roads aren't as bad, and they're equipped to deal with it.
Yeah.
And she goes, by the time I drive to work, it's gone on the roads.
They salt properly. The majority of vehicles in Wisconsin that are over 10 years old, the bottom half is rusted out from the salt. That's just like a thing.
Yeah.
It's not
Crazy.
even unusual. It's just what happens.
But to go back to Christmas for a second, also, as many families have when, experience, Christmas was always like drama filled and
yeah.
very stressful when I was growing
That's
up.
part of the fun. I mean, it still is. It never stopped for me. It's still going that way.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's
part of
drama-filled and stressful.
Yeah, it's part of the fun. It's part of the allure.
I do enjoy that Christmases now are nice and calm.
Yours are calm and stress free. You should love it
most
then.
part.
I'm the only drama.
I mean,
Wow.
you've been around.
Yeah.
You've been around for all of my Christmases the last 8 years.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
What's that
Or
like?
8,
I
12.
was about to say, that seems like.
That seems low.
That's
That seems like a
real
low
low.
number.
Stress-free Christmas.
12. I mean, they've been pretty stress free.
I would think so.
Yeah.
You should love this holiday. Yeah, I'm sad you guys are Scrooges. I'm sorry to bring this holiday cheer to you.
We've got the
I knew
item.
this already.
We've got hot Christmas items coming up.
Right? Yeah.
Hot holiday funds.
Can we all admit we like gifts? Like I said off mic, it's cool and it's nice and it's the right thing to say you love giving gifts, which we all do. But if you say you don't like receiving gifts, you're a damn liar.
I just like
Oh,
the
that's true.
smile
Yeah,
on
yeah.
someone's face when I bring joy to them.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, good chuckle there.
Such a liar.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do Halloween. Wow.
Look at you.
Flashing
Yeah,
back
we
to
are.
the
Starting
good
early.
old
Yeah, we
days.
are.
We're gonna do holiday hot items coming up.
Right.
But first, we're gonna do holiday hot takes. Doesn't necessarily have to be Christmas related.
Yeah, just the holiday season.
We're gonna start with Brooke.
Uh-huh.
Brooke, do you just have a hot take right on the top of your head? Brooke's hot takes. Here we go. We're ready.
Yep.
Lay
Yep.
one on us.
Totally forgot.
A
all
stack of
that
hot
now.
takes and syrup. Come on, give it to me.
Yeah.
I don't think that Seinfeld's funny.
Oh,
Wow.
the
right from the
show,
heart.
the show or the person or both.
In general, all of
Just
it.
the brand, the brand of
Maybe it's
Seinfeld.
because I don't. Maybe I don't get it, and you're probably gonna be like, "Well, you're just dumb because you don't get it." But
I mean,
I
no,
think-
I
I'm
know.
glad I don't have to say it now.
I know. It's just not. It's not my cup of tea.
I think without ruffling feathers, I think it's a product of the time.
Yes.
I think there are less than 5% of people below the age of 20. Not saying ages here, but the age under 25 that think that would be funny. I think your average 20-year-old today would watch that and not laugh.
You guys realize the television show Seinfeld changed television comedy
I understand
forever,
that.
right?
I totally
So-
understand that.
so
and
did
I
the Donna Reed
appreciate
show.
what it did.
No, it did not.
The Donna Reed-
How did the Donna Reed
Hey,
show?
I
change?
mean, it just-
I would like your because I can give an example for Seinfeld.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's bad. I love it's one of my favorite sitcoms of all time, but it's a product of its time. A
I would
product
say,
of that.
like, if I had to list top 3 sitcoms,
Yeah.
my favorite sitcoms of all time, right off the top of my head,
Yeah.
Seinfeld, Sanford and Son, and The Office.
Sanford
would be-
and Son. I
Sanford
mean,
and
Sanford
Son.
and Son's really good.
Jefferson's is a close fourth.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
I can take that one.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a hot take.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I'm sorry.
I
I know I have
think it's a
pissed
I mean-
off probably half to 3/4 of your listeners.
Do you
And
honestly
they're
think?
they're probably not even listening anymore.
Do you think your average 25-year-old today enjoys Seinfeld episodes? Tell me that. In all honesty.
Okay.
Well, let's just make this known. I'm not 25.
Right. I'm just giving. I'm giving an average.
Yeah,
your
I'm
average.
I'm not 25 either.
I'm giving an example here of the longevity of the show. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm giving. And they're younger than us, but let's be honest as well. 25 years old is not a little kid.
There are a lot
No.
of there are a lot of reruns on television.
Yeah.
It's on Hulu.
Uh-huh.
It's possible that it's just as popular as with 25-year-olds as the Andy Griffith Show was when I was 25. And I watched a lot of the Andy Griffith Show when I was 25. Though there weren't as many choices, so that could have been part of it.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
the Andy Griffith Show is just good.
And it was the same thing. It was about the same amount of years, about 20 years. I was watching was it 20 or 30? It was about 30 years.
Or 30. Yeah.
After its prime, after it was on, and I was
Yeah.
watching it in reruns. So yeah, I mean, there's probably not a lot.
I think that whole difference there is
The choices that
yeah,
we have now.
exactly. The streaming possibilities, the amount of shows since then. I mean, if you were asked back then, top shows, you'd probably name 5 or 10, but now we have hundreds, thousands. They can go from all kinds of
It'd be,
options.
the A-Team and Airwolf.
Yeah, exactly. Last night, I was a little behind the scenes. We were doing trivia last night, training someone that's still in high school, never heard of Seinfeld.
Oh, wow.
Did
played-
you just punch him in the face?
No,
See, that's what I don't understand.
I played the song, the little 1-minute theme song for it.
Right.
And just to get all for everything, even some of the questions, I'm like, do you know what that is? What is,
Let's be honest. Adam Taylor's the music to me.
And that's just fine.
I love it.
That's just fine.
I look forward to it. Like when I go in, I'm like, Adam's going to play all stuff I want to hear the entire time we play.
But yeah, that was one I asked. He'd never heard of Seinfeld. And he's 17 years old.
See, that I don't understand.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of references.
so many options,
and we
though.
have the internet today.
So many options.
But that's not in the forefront. Like, unless you go out and seek that, it's not good.
No,
You're not
not
going
at
to
all.
find it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because there's too much Ariana Grande crap.
Think of when you used to go to MTAC and anime conventions like that. Those animes, certain shows, certain scenes of these shows were people's lives, and you had no clue what that was even about. Think of
Yeah.
it. Same thing.
That's
Same
a very
idea.
valid point.
Yeah.
That's a very valid point.
Yeah.
Because
Well, look
it's
at you.
there if I
That's
want to.
good.
Yeah, it's out there. It's huge. The biggest one in the world. What? Yeah, it's not.
I don't get it.
Nothing.
Yeah. Same deal.
You just look like a squirrel to me.
Right.
So what about with her hot take on Seinfeld? Do
Yeah.
you have a comedian or a comedy show that
Yeah. I think
that everyone seems to love but you?
there's a guy that's kind of portrayed as the god of comedy, and I've tried multiple shows, multiple stand-ups, interviews, and I can't get into Louis C.K. I think he's very, 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 very unfunny.
Well, that's a popular stance these days.
I guess these days.
These
Yeah.
days.
I hated it before it was cool.
2 years ago, what Louis C.K.
Yeah.
is the best. I'm kind of with you on that.
Yeah.
I never grasped.
Yeah.
I thought he was humorous, but I never grasped the genius of Louis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
And his show, never liked his show.
No.
No.
Yeah.
There was more of a Louis Anderson kind of guy myself. It's me. It's true. I mean, it makes me laugh. Life with Louis was great.
That was good.
It was a great show.
For me, it's going to be, again, a little bit of a hot take. I don't get Mark Maron.
Really? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he's middle of the road for me.
Yeah, I enjoy
But, yeah.
I enjoy some episodes of his podcast,
Yeah.
but it doesn't go any further than I enjoy some episodes of his
Yeah,
podcast.
same.
And usually it doesn't have anything to do with him. It's more the guests that he has.
Yeah.
Like when he had the president of the United States on a podcast,
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to listen to that.
Yeah.
But as far as Mark Maron, the person and
Yeah, he's not good.
yeah, he's not great.
He's just kind of there.
Well, I don't know who he is. So
Have you
that-
seen
WTF?
Glow? Have you seen Glow, the show on Netflix? No? You haven't watched Glow?
I have not watched Glow.
Oh, wow, I
it's,
thought
on,
you-
it's on my list.
I thought you'd like Glow.
Leave
No.
me alone. It's on my list.
That's about all I could. Yeah, he had a show on IFC for a bit,
Yeah.
right? Like his own show, but 2 seasons worth.
Yeah.
He's. I mean, if
You've
people
seen
wrote down,
WTF when you've gone to get podcasts. I know you've seen WTF.
Yeah, I've
I'd say he
seen
has
that
one-
on there.
Probably he's
But
the top
that's-
5 at least for a while. Now it's more of other people, but in the revolution of podcasts, he was in the top 5.
And I
guys.
appreciate
Okay.
what he did for podcasting.
Yeah.
But as far as like being into his comedy or I don't think people are like, he's a great interviewer. He really knows. I think he's an okay interviewer. I think the problem with him is he interviews, but he always brings it back to himself. A lot of what Chris
Hardwick?
Chris Hardwick
Ooh, no.
gets
Not
blamed
feeling
for.
Hardwick.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, and it was before all this
Yeah,
as well.
right, yeah.
Because he did the same thing.
And he's back, by the way.
I know.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
And I won't listen because he did the same thing in every single interview. He would always pull it back. Oh, yeah, well, what I've done
Yeah.
is blah,
Yeah.
blah,
Back on House of
blah.
1,000 Corpses.
Yeah.
What?
Right?
Shall we go down that hot take
That's
road?
for Halloween. No, don't get it riled up. Don't do it.
No, I do want your opinion on this.
On what? But you know Sheila. Were you talking about the same thing? On what?
Rob Zombie. Because,
I mean,
full disclosure,
yeah.
when we have Josh on,
Yeah.
Josh is your husband.
Yes.
Huge Rob Zombie fan.
Yeah.
Or Rob Zombie film fan.
Right.
Do you think he's a Rob Zombie film fan or just a fan of House of 1,000 Corpses?
We enjoy the films. Like,
Okay.
I say I do. I have. They are.
Say it. Say it. Say it.
They're horrible, but I love them.
Okay. So
I don't
it's
know.
a guilty pleasure.
It is. It's they are all an extreme guilty pleasure.
But for the record, as a
anytime I bring up House of 1,000 Corpses, like, hey, friend, have you seen this? Or, I don't know what that is. I'm like, okay, well, you're going to hate it, but you're going to love it.
or you're just going to hate it.
It's like one of those movies you got to watch more than once to actually, fully appreciate.
So, but for the record, Brooke is a intelligent, smart, artistic. You're an actress.
The butter.
You've acted.
Just the butter.
You've
up here.
I
studied.
know, right?
You've studied acting.
Wow.
You've studied film. You're a
I
student.
mean, I watch movies.
You're a student of film and stage performances. You know what it takes to bring a character out and what makes a character. You know good writing. You know good direction. Rob Zombie's terrible. Am I wrong?
I think you're wrong. I'll say that. I think you are.
And Adam went to film school.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Ooh.
think it's-
I don't know, because I thoroughly enjoy his homage to the horror films. Like, I feel like in every single one that he has done, it is an homage to some other kind of horror or subgenre in horror. Even with 31 was kind of like your Saw, Hunger Games type movie, and it almost pokes fun a little bit. House of 1,000 Corpses definitely pokes fun. It's just such a damn guilty pleasure. I'm sorry, and I love it,
That's okay. At least you know it's bad.
See, I don't.
I'm going to
describe
count
it
that as
a.
she thinks it's bad.
Oh wow. So I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Now
count
back
it as
to
a
you.
guilty pleasure. I see it as loving and proud of it. I don't know. I think it's very well done.
We went to a party at a friend's house. I don't think you were there.
I'll
But I
probably
walked
get invited.
in.
We don't want the. Is the
Oh,
guy that hates
ugh.
Christmas? Yeah.
I'll leave him alone, yeah.
Anyways, I walked in and I was like, they're watching House of 1,000 Corpses.
And this was at a church.
Yeah. Church
it
gathering.
was.
It was a hell house.
Yeah.
It was a trunk or treat.
I was like taken back. I was like, oh, other people actually like this movie too?
Nice,
Like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
with your people.
Yeah,
Or
Yeah.
maybe they were watching it ironically.
maybe so.
If it's the movie, if it's not number one of the movies I've seen the most, it's definitely top three without a doubt. But I would guess number one of what I've seen the most.
It's Tuesday afternoon. I'm cleaning. What am I going to put on?
I mean, I can
Back
quote.
to the Future.
Oh, no. Ooh, there's another hot take for you.
Oh, wow.
What just happened?
Once again,
I take back all that nice things.
Once
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
I wonder if movies with are classics and timeless aren't as timeless as we think. And so as I get older, I realize this. I mean, your average 25-year-old won't like Back to the Future. Well, it's just not. I mean,
how many-
I love it.
How many
They
people
won't like it.
have seen The Goonies, like 25 and under?
Right? Yeah.
How many
yeah,
people have seen The Karate Kid, 25 and under?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
see, here's the
it is
thing.
it is a product
In our
of their
heads,
time,
yeah.
and it's classic if you were a child growing up in that time.
I think it's more if you're into movies or
Space Jam, it's a classic to me.
Same.
You
same.
guys?
So, no,
Or-
for me,
well,
yeah, I love it. Yeah, yeah.
Anybody else like older or younger in that time?
not. I remember Space Jam.
I love Space Jam. It's fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a good.
I got
one.
it for Easter one year. VHS
Same here,
in my
same-
Easter
hey,
basket.
Same here with my silly putty.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever go
Exact
as
same.
Babs Bunny for Halloween?
No, I was a chunky kid.
Did you ever go as the Tasmanian Devil?
I should have. I think I went
Did you ever go as Charles Barkley?
yeah. More than I should have.
I like Space Jam.
Yeah.
But to your point about the 25 and under thing, I think it's also if you're a fan of film, because I grew up a fan of film. And so as a kid, I saw Casablanca, Maltese Falcon, Christmas, It's a Wonderful Life. I mean, I made a point to see a lot of movies that were way older than the year I was born.
You
I
sought
sought
out to culture yourself.
Yes, that's fair.
A lot of people don't do that now.
Oh, that's so sad.
I know.
I
I know.
realize now why we both got Space Jam for Easter that year. Easter that year was March 30th. Space Jam came out March 11th, just 19 days before. So it was the fresh new VHS,
Yep.
all the end caps. Our parents saw it, heard us talk about it. I was trying to wonder why the exact same time, the same holiday, we got that VHS. That's why. Okay,
We
proceed.
got the Pagemaster one year for Easter too. That was a good one.
Was that Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah.
That was the animation in real life
Right?
synced up as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Like
Almost as good as Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Oh.
Or
Almost.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
You think? Yeah, it's a hot
I
take? Yeah.
am the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you don't like Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
It's
Roger
okay.
Rabbit.
And that's one I grew up with, but I had to,
Yeah.
for some reason in film school, that was one of the list of movies we had to watch. I went back as an adultish. I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
It didn't hold up at all.
It's one of those
Yeah.
things that was, it probably helped film out a little
Yeah,
bit.
let's say
but,
Yeah.
well,
Welcome to JP and the two most terrible people in the world.
well.
So the last one, and then we'll get into hot holiday items. So, do you have a true holiday hot take, like a Christmas hot take?
I don't like the Grinch and Dr. Seuss in general.
No green eggs and ham?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
No 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish, 4 fish?
So Jim Carrey's Grinch, you
No.
went, really?
Did nothing for me.
I love that so much. A lot.
He's my jam.
That's it's very
He's my
quotable.
Space Jam.
It's very quotable to me. It's a good one.
No. Sorry.
Sorry.
Do you have a holiday hot take?
Not really. I'm pretty accepting of all holiday things. Really.
Yeah, you love it so much.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got another one.
Okay, here we go. Well, of course she has one.
Charlie Brown. Any of the Charlie Brown specials.
Wow.
Really?
can stick
Well-
it. The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown Christmas Tree.
I'm in the middle for that. Like I wouldn't say I hate
I
them, but I
can't.
don't care. Does that make sense?
I do not like to watch them.
I understand in the 50s and 60s that was cool, but I'd much rather watch House of 1,000 Corpses.
Right.
Yeah. For Christmas.
Our taste
your
is
favorite
far
Christmas
more
movie?
superior than yours.
I can agree with
What?
that. Yeah.
I didn't.
Well,
Well,
the Charlie
I
Brown
didn't
stuff,
invent
yeah.
Charlie Brown.
Well,
I mean, I've seen
Mr.
some.
Schultz, I need you to calm down a little bit.
I love most flavors. I love the pumpkin spice. I love peppermint. I love gingerbread, but eggnog can burn in hell.
oh,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so thick.
Yeah, it's
oh,
bad.
No, thank
Pretty
you.
bad.
What about boiled
Boiled
custard?
custard's terrible too. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Really?
Yeah.
I love boiled custard.
Blah, blah, blah,
Well,
blah, blah.
boiled custard.
Blah.
Boiled custard
Blah.
is better.
Blah. The thickness. I don't drink thick. I feel so thick.
I like.
What about a milkshake?
That's cold. That's different. I don't drink hot thickness.
You don't drink hot boiled custard. It's not really boiling custard.
They don't steam that for the boiled custard. Really?
No.
Like I'm used to I'm thinking with Starbucks. Even when I think eggnog, I think warm eggnog.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've never
It's
once had it
chilled.
cold.
No, you
Ugh.
get the one that you put in the refrigerator.
Yeah, I
from
never
the
had
grocery
that.
store.
I'm used to like warm eggnog and warm boiled
From the
custard.
Safeway or the Kroger or the grocery store in your neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever you like.
A old Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah.
Our food line, which got evacuated tonight locally, but never mind. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Really?
I heard it was on the news like it got evacuated. I don't know why.
Our local food
Yeah,
line.
yeah. Weird, huh? Yeah.
It is a little sketchy over
It is a
there.
food line. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well,
Well, I mean, it's next to a tobacco store, right?
Right. Yeah.
And a pizza place.
and a pool,
A great pizza
pool
place.
supply store.
Fan-
And a pool supply store.
But a
that's true.
fantastic pizza place.
Is it good?
Oh,
I've never
it
had
is
there.
amazing.
Best in town,
What's
without
the
a
name of
doubt.
that pizza place?
Roma's?
Nelly's.
Nope, not.
I guess we don't know.
It is Nelly's, isn't it?
Yes, Nelly's. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Do they just play Nelly the whole time?
Yeah, you walk in. Hot shit, hot shit. It's your doorbell and it opens up.
Bill Gates, Donald Trump, let me hear ya.
They're all wearing Band-Aids. Welcome to Nelly's. Ugh. That'd be a great Halloween costume for them. I should write in.
Are they like the theme pizzas?
Yeah.
Like sucker for corn rolls. That's what they call their breadsticks.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, that's good.
So should we go into the items?
If you want, yeah.
Do we want to start with hot holiday items?
You want
of
to do
this year?
current items or items of the years past?
Let's
What are you
do
feeling?
the current hot holiday items.
Current hot holiday items? Okay.
This be a good shopping list
That's
for me.
true.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
So we've had a lot of re-releases. Nintendo loves their retro bringing back things. So of course they had the SNES Classic last year. It's still a big hot item for $90, and they re-released a few months ago the NES Classic. Wow.
Excuse me.
Jeez. Remember last year they brought out the NES Classic. It went off of shelves fairly quickly. That was 2 years ago, wasn't it? That was 2016. But in July or June of this year, they re-released it, and so now you can find an NES Classic everywhere. $60 for that. So if you don't have an NES or SNES Classic, it's the thing to do.
It's a stocking stuffer.
Yeah, sure.
$60.
Yeah. Google Home or Amazon Echoes. What do you guys think of the Alexa and the Google Home movements? Do you guys take
we
part
have
in
an
the home
Echo.
automation? Yeah.
We have an
We
Echo
have
Dot.
whatever
same here.
Alexa is on.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
ever. I don't.
You don't use
her
Alexa?
because she doesn't listen to me.
She's my BFF. We talk a lot.
No.
I have caught I'm in the car by myself and I call for Alexa. I'm like, oh, she's not here. She's at home.
What do you
talk about?
ask her to
We
do?
play games. We do facts, weather, music, movie, all kinds of stuff.
I've done the Name That Tune game with Alexa.
Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff you
Yeah,
can do.
that's fun.
And the home automation, which brings me to another great. First we'll talk about the Google Home, $100. Amazon Echo /Dot from $50 to $200.
Yeah.
Everyone needs those.
What's
They're
the difference in
fun.
the Echo and the Echo Dot?
The Dot's tiny by itself, small speaker.
That's what we
basically the Echo.
I think that's what we
they have
have
like a
too.
deluxe
Yeah.
and bigger speaker versions. If that makes sense. They can also be the original Echo, the bigger, taller tower, can be a Bluetooth speaker as well. You can hook up your device to it, but the Echo Dot is specifically for your Google Home or your Echo Dotness.
I always have to tell her, please disconnect from my Bluetooth
Ooh, yeah.
because she automatically does.
Boom! You did it once. She's gonna go back every
She's
time.
going to go back every time, and
Yeah.
I try to play stuff from my phone,
Yeah.
and she's like, no.
I've heard people that watch a lot of wrestling have to disconnect her during Raw for Alexa Bliss because the announcer's Alexa Bliss, and it keeps coming on. Yeah, that's kind of stuff.
That will happen on it. But they got smart with the advertising around the holidays.
Right.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
Where at the end of the commercial it would say, Alexa, play blah, blah, blah. And it happened in our house.
Yeah.
Like Alexa was like, oh.
Yeah.
So Alexa heard the television command
Ah.
that was purposely placed there to make her do something inside your home. That's kind of creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Can you teach Alexa to bring you a birthday cake and say, happy birthday, Polly?
it's possible.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday, Polly.
It's possible. Open up a James Brown show. The kids love Deadpool, you know. Kids love the Deadpool. They recently released a Deadpool special Monopoly edition for $40. I'm curious what the...
Is it
the proper-
R-rated?
I don't think so. I'm curious what the properties are. Like, what kind of properties does Deadpool have? I don't know. It's a hot seller.
Do you
Deadpool
think the
Monopoly.
X-Men Mansion would be one?
Probably.
Possibly. But it makes you wonder what kind of kids / people that like Deadpool were playing physical board Monopoly. Exactly. I don't know.
I'm sure it's for Deadpool fans that will keep it in the plastic wrap and never open
Oh,
it.
you think so?
Yeah.
It's possible. It's a book out for $19 just released called The League of Regrettable Superheroes. It's a coffee table book from DC, Marvel, all comics with the worst superheroes ever created. I'm curious about this. It's a hot seller right now. It's a thick book of terrible superheroes. That's
Here's
fun,
your
right?
hot take.
Here's another hot
Here's
take.
another hot take.
Yeah.
Coffee table books,
Yeah.
overrated.
Thing of the past. I would say
Horrible.
I would say worth their weight in gold in the 90s, but
Exactly.
past 98, let's be done with it.
I can look online and be like, oh,
Yeah.
here's a list
Yeah.
of the worst superheroes
right.
ever.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Just 2 weeks ago.
I
Hope you
don't-
didn't get me anything like that for Christmas.
I'm neutral on coffee table books.
Okay.
Though something like that is kind of cool, though.
Yeah. Okay. I'll lock that away.
You don't think that's kind of cool? Where it's a collection of...
Yeah. It's gonna collect dust, is what it's gonna do.
I mean,
Well, that's why they
without
have a dust jacket.
Without a doubt, in 30 seconds for free, I can look up that exact same list online and
Yeah.
get the same kicks out of it. So, and I can read that while I'm pooping, which I can't do with a coffee table.
Well, you could.
But yeah, it's just kind of cumbersome and
You nasty poopers, you could
real
do it.
heavy on
the
your
spines
lap.
and your
Yeah.
your crotch stuff, and I mean the phone I can have out here, books right here.
Okay.
Speaking of that mentality, I used to collect. I mean, way back in the day, of course, and even a few years ago, until I found out it was really worthless. But the big thick strategy guides for video games, the Prima strategy guides.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks ago, they announced they're going out of business. So for the most part, zero strategy guides for games ever again.
Because you can look up online for whatever
yeah.
cheat that you want. And most of the time, there's more online.
Exactly, yeah.
That's in the book.
And those were, what, $20-$30? You remember at GameStop when you used to go and get the game, and the big hard sell was, you can get this for 20% off. Oh, only $18 for a lot of paper? Let's do it.
And if you like video game cheats, join us next week when we talk about Red Dead Redemption 2.
Right,
Totally.
yeah, true.
The Red Dead Redemption one is like leather bound.
Right,
Like
yeah.
it's nice.
But see, are you going to do it? Everything in there you can find online. Don't forget, for free and cheap.
I know. But it's real nice.
Are you going to take leather bound in the bathroom? Your phone is in the bathroom. Think about it.
I don't know. Leather would.
I named my bathroom. My bathroom is leather bound.
Leather would be hard to clean.
Yeah,
Disinfect.
that's true. Yeah, The League of Regrettable Superheroes. Check out the book. It looks fun for that kind of thing. $19. This is my favorite item so far. We talked about the home automation and Bluetooth setups, and not only that, but universal remote usage. So pretty much any TV in the world. Infrared technology. A company called Chimera makes a magic wand remote control where you can have full home automation, even for your old school TV if you want, where you can program it. Think of a universal remote for everything that's programmable with actions of the infrared wand. So you can program this to walk into your house and do 2 flicks to the left and 1 up, and turns on your TV. Vice versa for your lights, your home, your Alexa, your microwave, your lights. Think about it, all with a magic wand. How awesome is that? $60 on Amazon right now.
But none of our stuff is smart. The only thing that's
Give it a few
smart
years.
is our air.
Give it a little
heat
bit.
and air and security
But
system.
that's alone every TV in the house. You can have it, just carry it with you. Volume up, ding ding. Volume up, ding ding. Think about it.
But
possibilities are endless.
That's really
right?
coul.
$60 and great reviews on Amazon. Go buy it. The Chimera, Kymera, magic wand remote control.
It's like your own Harry
That sounds
Potter.
Awesome.
It's fun,
You're a
right?
wizard,
Yeah.
Harry.
Yeah. Think about that. Think about it.
That would be good for Harry Potter fans. Write that down.
Yeah. Chimera, magic wand
I
remote
wish I knew
control.
some.
Me too.
Weird, huh? What about, this is an FYE exclusive. Oh, wow.
There's still FYE
Wait, yeah.
I guess online. I saw it online to purchase, but I guess they're physical stores somewhere.
for your entertainment.
Yeah. For $21.99, we have a 10-pack of socks. But hang with me.
You got me at socks.
It's the Marvel Cinematic Universe 10-year anniversary socks. So you have a movie for every Marvel movie in the past 10 years, a pair of socks representing that franchise. That's kind of cool.
That's
Even-
one thing I love. Socks.
There you go.
She does love socks. What kind of socks are you wearing right now?
Oh, they're fuzzy. Oh. They're blue and white striped fuzzy socks. 'Cause
Yeah.
My feet get real cold.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have dinosaurs.
Oh, I see that. What do you got?
What do you got, Adam?
I have some Mario underwater scenes.
Oh, nice. I can't see that far.
Yeah.
Just lift your leg up a little higher.
Yeah, a little higher. A little higher. Oh, boy. That looks like
yeah.
that hurt.
The Chimera Magic Wand remote control. Do it like the socks as well. We're back on the socks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the socks. A 10-pack.
Even Thor, The Dark World.
Oh, it's a 10-pack of every like franchise. So not every movie.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
but
that
it
would
kind
be-
of yeah.
oh, wow.
There's one for Avengers, one for each solo movie. Black Panther and such. Do you want to go into the games for a bit? Just kind of talk about them.
Yeah, let's.
We'll name them off.
Okay.
Fallout 76. What do you think?
More next week on Fallout 76.
Do you think it's a good buy?
Yes, I do think it's a good buy. And I'll tell
I've
you why.
played it this much.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
At this point in time, it's okay.
I'm going to save my thoughts when we go more into
Yeah.
it. But yeah.
Well, I guess the same thing happens for Red Dead Redemption 2. We'll talk more about it soon. These are games that are on everyone's list for the most
Yeah,
part. The big
definitely a
hits.
good buy.
Yes.
Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4. You guys own PS4s, but you don't own Spider-Man. Am I correct?
Correct.
What the-
It's on
what
my
the
Christmas
F are you
list,
doing?
though. It's on my Christmas
That
list.
game almost made me buy the console, and you guys had the console and didn't buy the game. Talk to me about this terrible
Because I wanted to be a
decision.
cowboy.
I know. You can only play so many games at once, and it's one, and it's Red Dead Redemption right
This
now.
came out 2 months ago.
Well, that's beside the point.
That was during my non-gaming period. But now I'm in my gaming period, and I have the one game that I'm
It's a
playing.
Rockstar game. Hey, Rockstar made Spider-Man. Can we say that and make you want to
Oh,
buy
why did
it?
I not get
I
it?
didn't realize that.
Hey, speaking of that, though, it's not a game that came out, but Rocksteady, the studio that made the fantastic Arkham Batman games, it's teased by actual studio execs and reputable news sites are reporting it. They're working on a Superman game.
Reputable or reputable?
Reputable. Superman games.
Either.
Yeah. Rocksteady
both.
Superman game coming out. What do you think of that?
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Rocksteady Superman?
Yeah. Weird, huh?
down.
I don't know, like a third person, over the shoulder. I don't know how they can do that. Well,
I don't know. What do you want to look straight through Superman's like laser eyes? Is that what
I think a first-person Superman would work, right? No, that's not.
you could change the view on
Well, you
Batman.
had to for like detective mode for certain things, but I think the standard view was just third
It's just
person,
over
wasn't it? I think so.
I think you're
What
right.
about a Nintendo Switch? What do you guys? It's still a hot item this year. What do you think? This past, we had a few weeks ago. We had the Black Friday weekend.
I would not buy it.
The Nintendo Switch, by units sold, not by price, was the highest-selling Nintendo console of all time on a Black Friday weekend. By the way,
Because people are buying it for their children.
yeah,
They're buying it for children, and that's what makes the most, I'm sure. Like buying stuff for their kids,
Right.
buying gifts for children for Christmas.
Yeah. The Nintendo Switch is for kids.
yeah, that's it.
No adult would
No.
play video games.
I would rather play Red Dead Redemption. You can't play that on
No.
That's true. Yeah,
the Switch. Even what's it called? Kingdom Hearts is coming out in January.
Yeah.
And it's across all platforms now.
Right,
Which
yeah.
that was PlayStation. It was PlayStation only,
Used to be-
wasn't it?
yeah. Back in the day,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah,
But then the expansions came out and it was just for Game Boy, right? And
Yeah.
that, well, maybe not Game Boy.
Well,
What was it?
There was a Game Boy Advance version, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then DS, of
And
course.
DS,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but anyway, sorry. Went on that tangent. Sorry.
I think Nintendo lost me after the Wii, and I just never have gone back.
Yeah. But what happened? Did we just grow old? And because
No, they boffed. What was the system after the Wii?
the Wii U.
The Wii U.
The Wii U.
Yeah.
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 I think they boffed with the Wii U. And
Yeah.
does anybody talk about the Wii? Do they make Wii U games still?
No, they stopped. Yeah, they stopped it.
That was what, 3 years?
Around-ish, yeah.
Yeah.
But to be fair, so I owned one for a bit, and I had a blast with it. I mean, the library
What
of
did
games.
you do?
There's some good games on there.
Like what?
Like
So-
Zombie U?
No, that was terrible. Like the Mario game. So I think all Nintendo stuff, the first party like Nintendo games are fantastic. The Smash Brothers, Zeldas, Marios are great, but their third party stuff, it just doesn't work well.
Yep.
That gamepad they had for the Wii U, it was one of the best things in gaming ever. And why that didn't take off, I guess that's kind of what the Switch became, was that little gamepad.
I remember the
That was-
selling point was I could be in my bathroom playing my Wii U.
Exactly what happened. People want to watch TV, you let them watch their TV, but your Wii U is still playing. You can play Mario Kart on the John.
You're the only person I know whose enjoyment of anything
I can do it when I'm on the toilet.
exactly depends on how enjoyable it can
It's
be in the
true.
bathroom.
Take this blank check.
Yeah, I play a lot of games on the John.
Well,
On the old John.
that's okay.
Most people grow out of that.
I still play Hearthstone daily on the old, John T. Crapper.
So does my husband.
Yeah, we're probably doing
Yep.
the Brady Bunch double crap moment. Brought to you by JVC Kaboom Box. So that's most. I mean, of course, there are tons, hundreds, and thousands. What do you guys have you seen certain things in the stores? You're like, I want that. I want to buy that for someone else.
I saw a giant stuffed sloth at Walmart
Yeah.
that I wish I could have bought for my wife.
Had a friend who bought one of those for their kid. Yep. Those were really cool.
Instead, I got her one of the hot gifts this year.
What's that?
She already has it, so this isn't spoiling anything. An Instapot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Brooke got a robot.
Oh wow.
I did. I got one of those little robots that vacuum your carpet.
Oh, Roomba.
Well, it was a
yeah.
shark. It's a shark.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
It's the Velcro Band-Aid. I call them all Roombas. Yeah.
I love that thing.
Yeah. Really?
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's real dumb because it will suck up socks, but I guess
Yeah.
I have to just pick the socks up before I.
Wow,
Yeah,
I mean-
I know, right? But he goes,
Like it eats socks. Like it straight up just sucks them up.
and then he gets stuck, and he just beeps like help, 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 help. Take it out.
Wow.
Roll on, little buddy.
Yeah.
Do you talk to it? Do you
No.
tell Alexa to tell the robot to vacuum the floor?
No, because he's not Bluetooth. He's not that fancy.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No, I love it because I don't have to vacuum. The first time this is becoming an infomercial.
Do it.
The first time that I dumped that
Not a paid
little
advertisement.
tray,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh my gosh, I even swept and vacuumed before I ran this
Really?
little guy.
It's that good.
I love
It's
it.
Shark, though, right?
It's Shark.
Yeah. And Shark
Yeah.
makes good vacuum products. Wow.
yeah,
I'm
Hank, it does.
so old. I just became an old guy all of a sudden.
Wow.
Let me tell you what a good vacuum cleaner is.
Never once talked
It's
about
a shark.
You get one of those Shark vacuums. Changes your life.
so Christmas sucks, but shark products are awesome.
Pretty much.
my notes here. But yeah, without going more in depth for those games, that's kind of my list for current big things. You guys want to talk about great items of the past?
Do you have a favorite item like from your childhood that you remember?
Yeah, I remember my sister and I both got a Furby that year that they came out, and I'm pretty sure that's the only time my mother went like Black Friday shopping, like throwing bows, busting up into Walmart to try and get Furbies for us. That to me is the biggest one I remember. I carried that thing around forever because I was like, what if it needs me?
Eventually the batteries are going to run out.
Well, I have a nurturing personality. I needed that.
Do you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Tamagotchis, as far as I went with that. The whole, I love Tamagotchis, man. I had like 5 of those in my backpack.
That seems so archaic today.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It was.
Tamagotchi.
Which they come back around.
Yeah.
The Hatchables?
No,
Or is that
like
different?
actual Tamagotchis.
Yeah.
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 I think they're again like $20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got one of them Tamaguchis?
Christy
It's
Yamaguchis.
funny. I was. Wow. Does anyone under the age of 25
No.
know who Christy Yamaguchi is? I was working at Toys R Us during the Tamagotchi phase
Yeah.
and the Furby phase. Furbies, it was nuts. The Furby was crazy. The only thing that came close to Furbies when I was working at Toys R Us was when the Power Ranger figures first came out.
Oh,
The tall, well, I guess,
Power
what's
Rangers.
it?
That was my jam too.
Love the Rangers.
10-inch
Yeah.
Power
Yeah.
Ranger figures. Dolls. The Power Ranger
Yeah.
dolls.
Got my daughter like a few months ago a Tickle Me Elmo, which 20 years ago was a big deal. But,
Oh,
you know,
yeah, I remember
I
that.
was like, in 1996, this would have cost me an actual arm, but it was just $15 today. Not bad.
Wow, like
Yeah.
only $15.
Yeah, but it's an actual, like, the Tickle Me Elmo.
Wow.
But, Furbies are dime a dozen now, too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they have Chewbacca Furbies. Furbacas.
Did you have
oh, they're adorable.
Yeah.
I do like the
Yeah,
Furbach.
yeah.
Do they have what was the birds from The Last Jedi?
Porgs?
Porgs.
The porgs, yeah.
Do they have porgs? Furbies?
Porg. I don't think
Porg
so. I haven't
Furbies?
seen those. Porgy?
Porg?
Perky? I don't know. I haven't seen those.
Wow. So do you have an item that you remember being one of your favorites?
Space
growing
Jam
up?
from Easter, right?
Space Jam from, of course, my moon shoes, too. Don't forget the moon shoes.
Remember the
Love my
shoes?
moon
Was-
shoes.
That was a Christmas present?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure it was for Christmas. My NES, my first gaming system of all time, Christmas of '89. That was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on my grandparents' big screen TV and burnt the crap out of that image. My Mario points were up there to the day that thing got thrown away.
Was it rear projection?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it had actual like that to replace the bulbs on it, like that kind of TV.
Yeah. The TV
Yeah.
behind you guys, of course, this is radio. You
Yeah.
can't see. Is a plasma. And there's stuff burned into it.
Really?
Yeah.
So this one
From where I used to watch the news channels constantly.
Oh, yeah.
You can still see like the little logo
Yeah.
on the bottom.
And that one was more of, I've never seen a TV model like this, but it was wood paneled, and there was actually a fold out front to it. You fold out the front, and there was a red, blue, and green. The projector's onto it's almost like a movie screen, but this thing was like 40 inches tops. But it was totally wood paneled, and it was project onto
How
that. So
old was that?
probably 70s or so.
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
I mean, I got that thing in '89, so it was 10, 15 years old. But it was an actual projector TV, which is funny to think how
It must
that
have
was-
weighed 8 million pounds.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of projector. So that Christmas was good. Moon Shoes was good. There was the year I was 10 years old. My dad tried to make me a man, but it sucked. I just wanted like toys and RC cars, and I got knives and guns. I'm like, oh God, kill me now.
I
was
remember my first.
That's true. He probably thought I
You're
was
gonna
like,
be like, well, he gave me a Playboy. That was it.
I was drinking. He had a cigar.
no, he gave me like an actual like hunting knife. You screw out and it's a fishing line, and the compass in there, and a 12 gauge shotgun. I'm like, man, I just wanted.
This is not the
Yeah.
path I
I
choose.
just wanted Tasmania for Sega Genesis.
I remember getting a 12 gauge for Christmas
yeah,
once
yeah.
Once.
I shot it once and cried terribly. I'm like, I'm going to play my game.
because it hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah, those things kick.
yeah.
Yeah.
12 gauge got a kick.
That's not how
Yeah,
it
they
worked
do.
in Doom. He just does it.
Yeah. Did you try to? I think I've told the story, like when we got a VCR for the first time. Again, show my age. That was a big Christmas. I remember one Christmas I got my first Walkman and a telescope all in the same year.
Nice.
That's a big year.
That was a
That's
big
good
year.
haul.
Yeah.
And it seemed that there was snow on the ground, if not Christmas, but Christmas week. Because I have a memory of being out in the front yard in the snow, listening to the Footloose soundtrack on my Walkman,
Wow.
and looking through my telescope at the moon.
Wow. That's just like a 80s portrait right there.
Yeah.
So,
It's a
4
time
days.
capsule.
And it really was. Whenever
Wow.
you want to see the moon, you can just pull it up online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, for free.
But not back then.
On the toilet, if you want.
You really could. You really could. So do we want to go through some of the most historic Christmas
We can,
items?
yeah. Apparently this year, my list aside, the number one item is by a company called Wowie. Once again, we're on some radio audio here, so you can't see it at home, but I'll show the crowd here. It's called a fingerling. Have you seen these fingerlings before?
Yeah, it's like those little monkeys that you stick their thumb in their mouth. What are those?
Machu cheese.
I've never seen them. Machu cheese.
Machu
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks
What
like.
is
It
that?
reminds me of.
Yeah, I don't know. 2017, we have a robot bulldozer. The biggest one that year was called a Cosmo. I never heard of that one.
It was 2017?
Yeah, it was 2017. The robots were big in 2017. The Cosmo. 2016, I already spoke of. The NES Classic was the number one thing then. 2015, I think you guys, Brooke, may have one. The Sphero BB-8 remote control toy.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was that thing really $200? It is now. It's $200 to buy now.
I don't think
No,
so.
it wasn't then.
Yeah.
I don't think so because
And
we would not have.
I
bought
think
it
the
if it
one
was
you
that
guys
much.
have is a smaller version.
Ours is very small.
really?
Well, I mean, he's smaller than a basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the larger version,
That's-
I
right?
got you. Probably so.
That's the big boy.
In 2014, the big hit was the Disney's Frozen Elsa doll. Was the big thing there.
We do have several of those.
Really?
It's
Really?
Josh's.
Yeah.
He loves the Disney
He
princesses.
does.
Adult collectibles.
Yeah.
In 2013, we spoke of Tickle Me Elmo, but Big Hug Elmo came back from Play School. 2012,
That's so
the hot
sweet.
item was the Wii U.
Really?
It was a big deal.
And then everyone was disappointed.
Yeah.
2011,
December 26th.
2011, Let's Rock Elmo. How big has Elmo been for Christmas? How does that happen?
Almost huge.
How does that happen?
Because he's a staple.
I guess, but
I like Elmo. If I like Elmo, he must be pretty special.
when I think of Sesame Street, I think first Big Bird. And
Does
probably-
anyone under the age of 25 know who Big Bird is?
No.
I'm joking.
My favorite's Grover. I mean, I'm
Grover's
a big
good.
Grover
yeah.
fan.
I've always been a Gonzo guy myself. He cracks me up.
I love Kermit.
Like, he actually makes me laugh. And Fonzie's good. But I think, Elmo's kind of there.
Well, you're kind of mixing. I mean, they're all Muppets.
Yeah.
Gonzo. We're talking Sesame Street.
Right.
Yeah.
Gonzo
Yeah.
wasn't like a regular on Sesame
Was he not?
Street.
Yeah,
No.
Was he not? Are you sure?
Kermit was. Kermit was
Kermit
really
was.
the
Sworn I
only...
saw it. You sure?
Yeah.
He was on there a few times, though, yeah?
Grover. I think you're thinking Grover.
What? No.
Grover the
Grover.
Blue.
No, I love Gonzo the Crook Nose and his chicken buddies.
Nope.
I love Gonzo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
What?
on Sesame Street.
Yeah, Gonzo's
is
one of my
terrible.
favorite Muppets.
This is terrible.
I think you're thinking Bert and Ernie.
No. 2010, the Apple iPad was the hot item.
See that? Yeah.
And we're going back to 2009, the Nook e-reader from Barnes & Noble.
Ooh, wow.
2008 brings back Elmo with Elmo Live doll. Elmo Live.
What was Elmo Live?
I don't know.
He sucked your soul out while you slept.
Apparently.
2007, the iPod Touch. It's the first year the actual iPod Touch comes
No.
out. Yeah.
Wow.
2006, PlayStation 3. 2005, the Xbox 360. 2004, made by Wowie, the same as 2018's Monkey Thing. The
The old monkey thing.
Robo Sapien. Remember Robo Sapien?
I remember Robo
You remember
Sapien.
Robo Sapien?
Yes.
Yeah, Robo Sapien.
Oh yeah.
I remember Robo Sapien. He was huge.
Was that programmable to do certain things? Or I don't know.
Yeah, you could-
Wasn't there a clip from like the Graham Norton show where he's doing a bunch of stuff with him?
Yeah.
That's the only reason that I know
Really?
what that is.
And
yeah.
he could bring you a birthday cake
I think
and say happy
yeah.
birthday, Polly.
I'm having a flashback to about 2 minutes ago. I think I said, did I say Fonzie instead
You
of
did.
Fozzie?
Fonzie was not on Sesame Street either.
Was he not? Ever?
I think Fonzie made a guest appearance
I
once.
don't believe.
Hey.
I'm like 99.2% sure Gonzo was on Sesame Street.
Gonzo is not on Sesame Street.
What?
I mean,
he was not a regular.
Yeah, regular.
he was not on there. I don't think Gonzo was ever on Sesame Street.
Anyways,
I would put money on this.
2002 and 2003 Beyblades. Remember those little things, the marbles? They had like the
Yeah.
action figures inside, and the kids fought them in the arenas and things.
Gracious.
Here was our first indication how dumb the millennials were.
2001 Bratz dolls. Were you into the Bratz dolls? Here's one. 2000 the Razor scooter. And boy, was I a fan.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
was a fan.
I remember
I
getting
was
my-
not coordinated enough.
I'll show you a video on YouTube later on of me wrecking on a Razor scooter when I was in high school. It's on YouTube. 1999 Pokemon cards. Once again, I was a fan.
Isn't there also a video of you playing with fireworks?
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Don't Google my name. 1998
So we don't use his last name on the show.
the Furby
Yeah.
Yep.
from Tiger. Tiger put that out. The classic, terrible handheld.
From here
Tiger
back, will be while I worked at Toys R
There we
Us.
go.
Back to 92.
1997's Tamagotchi.
Yep.
1996, Tickle Me Elmo.
Tickle Me Elmo.
1995, you want to take it? Let's take a guess now. Let's go for it. 1995, what's the big, and you would all know this. It's nothing you've never heard of before. When I tell you, you will say, oh. So what is 1995's big Christmas item?
I'm trying to think because the Cabbage Patch Kids made a comeback in the 90s.
I'll give you a hint. The company that put it out is Ty, T-Y.
Oh, Beanie Babies.
Oh, Beanie Babies.
Beanie Babies.
Do you know anybody who collected Beanie Babies?
Oh, yeah. I had creepy ants and stuff, yeah.
Really?
I think one of my aunts still has a big tub of
There you go.
in her closet.
I remember reading a story a guy who broke his family. I mean, they went broke because he invested in Beanie Babies.
Wow.
And now they're worth
Yeah.
nothing.
1993 and 1994, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers figures.
That was
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
That was big.
1992, the Barney talking doll. Ooh,
Oh, I remember the Barney talking
was I
about
this far behind? So in 1991, Pogs were the big thing. In my head, that's like a 96, 98 kind of thing,
Yeah,
right?
they had a little bit of resurgence mid 90s, I think. I remember those.
In 1990, we have our first video game for
Is
the
it WWE Royal Rumble?
for the NES by Bandai. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the video game. That terrible video game.
4-player though.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that makes
1989, we have the Game Boy. Kind of a big deal. It skips a few years. We go to 1985 with the Care Bears dolls.
Wow.
We'll do a few more. 1984, what do you think 1984 would be? Which action figure by Hasbro?
G.I. Joe.
Transformers.
Was 83 G.I. Joe?
83, the Cabbage Patch Kids.
That was the Cabbage
I was going
Patch
to say
Kids.
Rainbow Bright.
You would have been close.
Somewhere in there.
We'll go a few more. 1982, we have, that's odd, BMX bikes.
Wow.
In 82, it's a big
I really think we're starting to feel the age of this when BMX bikes were the go-to.
1981, the Smurfs dolls.
Wow.
1980. What do you think? Give me like a 1980s
Star Wars figures.
toy.
Star Wars
like
figures.
One item, not a
Light right.
not an assortment. Yeah, the Rubik's Cube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 1978, Hungry Hippos.
Yeah. That was a fun game.
That was very fun.
That's a good game.
Never heard of this, but 1975, the Pet Rock. You've heard of the Pet Rock?
You've never heard of the Pet
I
Rock?
mean, I've heard the term, but I've never seen a packaged Pet Rock.
Really?
Yeah. Have you? You know? What,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard of the Pet Rock.
That's not what it looked like in the 70s.
No,
that
wasn't it on an episode of the Brady Bunch?
Was it?
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it now? Really?
I'm pretty sure. Sorry, I don't mean to point a finger at you.
So I'm a Brady Bunch fan. I
Yeah.
should know this.
I'm pretty sure one of the kids had a pet rock.
Wow. That's pretty. We go back in the 50s after this, but that's your look back.
go back into the 50s?
This one does. The toy list. You want some 50s?
No. Well, yeah. What was 1955?
Hula
hoop.
Ooh, no. So it only shows 1959 and 1952. You only guess 1959's brought out by Mattel and still pretty big to this day.
Slinky.
Barbie.
1952 brought out by Hasbro, still available today in multiple varieties.
Mr.
Mr.
Potato
Potato
Head.
Head.
Boom, look at you. Look at you. What? And your final one, 1943 is what? What's the biggest item of 1943?
Lincoln Logs.
You said it before.
Red Ryder BB gun.
Slinky.
The Slinky by the company Poof Slinky.
Poof.
Actually, we have a few more, but what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, if you want to hear a fascinating story, you should read the story of the Slinky. It's actually very fascinating.
Really?
I'm not going to do it here. It's not that fascinating.
We have three more. I promise I'll be done. 1936, a board game. We spoke of
Monopoly.
Monopoly. Think about that. And this shows you how kids have evolved. 1930, you won't even guess, so I'll give you a chance. In 1930,
Wow.
Mickey and Minnie Mouse handkerchiefs were the number one Christmas item for kids.
In 1930, the biggest Christmas item was food.
In 1929, by Duncan.
Yo-yo.
There you go, the yo-yo. Yeah. It's your first Christmas craze. The first time they ever had people busting doors down was for a yo-yo.
I can't believe that the yo-yo wasn't back in the 90s again.
Yeah, I mean, well, back then it was the yo-yo ball. Remember that one? Man, I love my.
I can't believe the Skip It wasn't on there.
Yeah.
Or the Bop It?
I think.
But were
and
those
Bop
big?
It.
Were those big like Christmas? Like were parents knocking people out to get a Bop It or a
I think if you like went through like a list year by year and
Yeah.
had like 10 or 12 items, the Bop It would be on there. Skip It would be on there.
I love my Bop It. It was good.
That was a good one.
I tried.
I don't think
I tried
we
so hard. To keep
I don't think we can do any more than
I
that.
tried so hard to be mature, but I couldn't do it.
I think we brought our best today, guys. Not gonna lie,
Yeah, I think so.
we can do this.
We can rebuild him.
Well, join us next week.
Yeah.
Brooklyn will still be here.
Wow, it's getting longer.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
she's,
Brooklyn.
we're going to talk about Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Maybe Creed 2.
All the sequels.
I won't be talking about Creed.
Ooh.
There's a little hot
Sorry,
take.
I haven't seen it.
And we're going to play That Hits the Spotify.
Yeah. And some Dead and Rotten Christmas style.
Oh, yeah, Dead and
Yeah,
Rotten.
well, kind of. It's
boy.
an
That
action-packed
sounds great.
episode.
We were going to do Dead and Rotten on this one, weren't we?
Well, there's never time.
I know, we're in an hour. So we'll start with Dead and Rotten. Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Next week.
Let's do it.
Join us right here on Podcasserole. Check us out online at adamandjp.com.
Don't forget on Twitter at Adam and JP. And you know what? We're going to have that maybe that retro Brooklyn episode up on Patreon.
Oh.
Patreon.com/podcasserole. Maybe. If we have enough people wanting to hear that, we'll bring it up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think the Patreon people are just like, hey, just give us something.
Yeah, right.
We love you guys,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
sorry. That's all I can say is sorry.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
We have very busy lives.
Yeah.
One day,
Yeah.
we'll do something exclusive.
That's how I live, day by day. That's how I do it.
Just like Rainbow.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm Jay Patrick. That's Brooke. That's Adam.
Eat your holiday podcast roll.
This has been a production of the Adam and JP family of on-demand talk radio.
AdamandJP.com.
Right now.